Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Creatively Jazz, and you're here again on another Fab Friday where I show you how to get organized and how to stay organized. So if you've never watched my videos before or if you've never seen my face, be sure to subscribe, click that subscribe button, and you can get updated every week because I upload 2 videos each week, and hopefully you'll love them both, if not just one. I'm going to give you 6 tips on how to get organized and how to stay organized. And these tips work for me specifically, so if one of them doesn't work for you, then maybe the other 5 will. My first tip is commit and set small goals. One of the most important tips that I can give you is to commit. Commit to wanting to be organized. Commit to, I kind of need to get my life together. I kind of need to organize my life so that things can be easier for me. That's the first thing that I can tell you to do. The next is to set small goals. You don't want to set such a large goal that you know that you can't accomplish. So just set small goals, whether it be making your bed every day or washing out your water bottle every week. Just set those small goals, and then soon enough you can build onto it and get organized. My next tip is to get a daily planner and actually use it. I cannot stress this enough because there are so many people in college who don't even use planners. They just have everything in their head. I mean, I don't know how they do it. I couldn't do it. I struggle with anxiety, and when my mind latches on to one thing, I lose focus on the other thing. So I don't know how you do it, but for me, having a planner and actually using it really helps me to keep my life together. Personally, I like the Erin Condren life planners. They are pretty expensive. They run from about $50 to $75, but they're totally worth the money, and you can decorate them however you please, or you could just keep them blank. It's really up to you. And I would suggest getting a planner that has note pages in the back, or somewhere where you can just put a little notepad in it to write to-do lists. I suggest getting a planner that has a monthly spread, and I suggest getting a planner that you actually like and would love to write in. That's really important because if you just get a gross planner that you really don't want to write in, you're not going to write in it, and you're not going to be motivated to write in it. And getting a planner is one of the first steps to getting organized. You can keep track of your homework assignments, your work schedule, your class schedule, when you get paid, when you have bills due. Literally, I use my planner for all of that stuff, and I feel like it works the best for me. If you've seen my Plan With Me videos, you know that I literally keep track of everything I write down in my planner. Like, everything is in it. I feel like, writing stuff down, that's best for me. I'm a writer. I like to write stuff down, and that's how I remember stuff. My third tip is to make to-do lists and schedules. This is a really important tip for people who really enjoy writing things down because it helps them remember. So if you know that you're a note taker because it helps you remember things, then I think this tip would be perfect for you. Something that I use to make my to-do list or to write my schedules down, I just take a little notepad that I get from the Target dollar spot where pretty much everything runs from $1 to $3, and I just write down what I need to do for the day. If I feel like my planner has too much in it, or if I feel like I'm behind on some of the things that I need to do, I just take out a sheet of paper, write down my to-do list, stick it on my planner, and I'm good to go. It doesn't have to be a fancy notepad. It doesn't have to be a fancy sheet of paper with designs on it. You can use a blank sheet of notebook paper, just as long as you're getting something down so that you know what you have to do for that day. When I talk about schedules, I don't necessarily mean writing down I have to do this at 6 p.m. I have to do my homework at 5 p.m. I have to get dinner at 7:30 p.m. That's not exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about setting up schedules to do certain things to organize your life. So for example, every Monday morning, I will meditate for 5 minutes. That's a schedule. Every Saturday, I'll clean my room, I'll sweep it, I'll shake out the rugs, I'll clean off my desk so it's not sticky and gross. That's the kind of schedule that I'm talking about. Sometimes it can be really hard to live up to doing certain things at certain points of time, which is why I'm not a huge fan of the Erin Condren Hourly Life Planner. I know that a lot of older adults find that it's useful for them, but for me, if I'm sticking to a time schedule, I feel really upset or guilty that I can't stick through with it. So I just get the vertical, or you can even get the horizontal, whatever works best for you. Going back to the daily planner, your planner doesn't have to be $50 or $75 or even $20. You can find planners at the dollar store. You can find planners at Target, Walmart, whatever works best for you, like I said before. My fourth tip is don't beat yourself up. It's okay if you don't make your bed for a day. It's okay if you don't clean your room for the week. It's okay. We all mess up sometimes, and not every time we feel just super motivated. We don't feel good every day, so we can't keep up that habit. And that's totally fine. Just don't beat yourself up about it. Dust your shoulders off and just start the next day. When I'm sick, I don't feel like cleaning my room. Like, I just feel like lying in my own sickness and being pitiful and curling up in bed watching Netflix. Like, that's what I'll do when I'm sick. When I feel better, I can get back onto my schedule. I can get back up on my habits. And that's one thing that you have to keep in mind when you want to organize, whether it be your room, your dorm room, your house, your apartment, whatever it is. You can't beat yourself up about it. My fifth tip is everything has a place. Everything in your room, everything in your apartment, your house, everything should have a place. I have my shelves back here, and every single shelf has a place. All of my things are on those shelves. So the first shelf, that's where I keep my bath supplies, my perfume, that's on the first shelf. The second shelf right there, that's where I put my nail polish, my toenail clippers, my nail clippers, my nail polish remover, any medications that I need to take or refill, that's what I keep there. The top shelf is just for plastic bags. I also have a shelf for my hair products, my makeup products, my dishes. When I organize my life that way, then I don't have to say, oh my gosh, where did I put my perfume? You know, it's just not thrown around all over the place. Everything has its own place. And I would suggest doing the same for your drawers if you have a desk. So I know college students, you have sometimes messy desks, and it's really important to keep that organized as well, because when you have an important assignment due, or if you have something else that you need, you don't have to search through everything. You won't have to spend an hour looking for something that you needed 2 hours ago. So if you have a desk like me at college, I keep my drawers organized as well by what they have in them. So for one drawer, I'll have things that I need for my planner. Another drawer, I'll have important documents like my birth certificate or my wallet or my credit card, debit card. And then I'll have another drawer for my school supplies. That's how I keep my desk organized. And I feel like that's what helps me so that I don't have to scramble through all of my stuff. My sixth and final tip is to make organizing fun. It doesn't have to be a drag, it doesn't have to be boring and tedious, it doesn't have to be that way. Just make it fun. If you want to make your bed every morning, give yourself a reward for doing that. Buy yourself a cup of coffee, buy yourself a cupcake, a donut, buy yourself something nice, or do something nice for yourself for getting that part of your life organized. If you have been keeping up with cleaning your room every week, once a week, give yourself something nice. Treat yourself. Be proud of yourself for getting that small part of your life organized, and go and treat yourself for it. I think that's really important, and I think that's what makes organizing fun. So those are my 6 tips on how to get organized and how to remain organized. I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Hopefully you subscribe and like this video so that I can know if I should make more videos like this in the future. So thanks again for watching. Talk to you later.